Virgil, we had months apart, and all that time I didn't say a word to you. There was too much to put in a sending, and it ends up infuriating more than anything, right? That's what I thought. Now here we are, and I can't say shit to you. Maybe that's not a shock to either of us. For someone who loves the sound of her own voice, I can never say the things that matter. It doesn't help that I burst into tears either. So sometimes the cowardly way really is for the best, right? So I am doing what Nico once advised to me long ago, and I am stooping to letter writing, with you sleeping only 10 feet away. You can laugh. That's the nice thing about letters I won't see. So, this is going to be rambling and long-winded. Good luck. I'm sorry I didn't say everything that I meant to say. Genuine conversation sounds so god-awful in my voice, don't you think? Especially if I'm sobbing my way through it. I'm sorry I didn't respond when you sent it to me. I wanted to, but I was embarrassed and scared, and it's stupid to care so much for something so unimportant, and it's selfish, and I hate to ask you to care about this kind of thing when you have the weight of the world on your shoulders and the fate of the world in your hands, and everything is far too big and changing too fast and growing darker by the second, but it still somehow matters to me. It matters to me that it matters to you. You are the only person who knows me. You have been for a long time. I care about you more than anyone. You're my friend. I couldn't talk to you through those horrible little messages and pretend to be someone I'm not. Not you. I want you to see me now and see that something has changed, and that it's right, and that it suits me, even if nothing has really changed at all. I do know you didn't mean anything cruel when you offered your cloak. It just wasn't what I dreamed to give as my first impression. Cold. It feels like a first impression. It's for the best no one remembers me. To my family, it would only bring pain, and you know as well as I do that I can't go back. I'm trying to be reborn. It's the only way I can get through this, you know what I mean? I am not a person anymore. Life is nothing like it once was. I'm not a Dawn Shepherd. My friends are gone. And until now, my soul was held by someone I barely know. I don't know if I ever told you. Back when I first became a shepherd, I let my partner, at the time, take my gem. He thought it would be romantic. I told him I thought so too. I have never hurt like I did then, and it's never healed right. It's an odd thing to be disconnected from one's own soul. I thought I was used to it, but I wasn't. I am grateful to have it back. Grateful isn't really the right word. It sounds formal and normal, like you've given me a birthday present instead of giving me the last remaining piece of what I used to be. I don't know if I thanked you for bringing it back to me. It feels strange in my hands now, but I can't bring myself to part with it. It isn't me anymore, or maybe it never was. But it is mine. The world feels a little clearer with it in my hands. Do you think that's why I can write any of this at all? Maybe. Anyway, I told you this would be rambling and long-winded. I'm trying to say thank you and that I'm sorry for how I have behaved. I am not angry with you. I have no reason to be. I love you very much. E.S. Oh, P.S. I love the cat too. She is perfect. I am calling her Whisper for now. Virgil, you're a light sleeper from what you've told us. I think you probably wake up in the middle of the night to find this letter next to you. And if you just turn your head to the right, you can see the fabric door of the baby carriage closing. Outside is all of you fools and Ophelia, who is spending the night under the stars with the rest of you. Errol has a private suite inside the carriage.
As she deserves.
Yeah.
He unwraps himself from his little blanket nest, sits up against Blossom's side, and he'll read it. He'll read it slow at first and then go back and read it again. And then a third time for good measure. And he will leave his sword unbuckled beside his little sleeping nest and gather his cloak around him and go sneak his way over to the baby carriage, just stepping over the other fools. There's not really a door to knock on.
No.
He will sort of clear his throat and purposefully, scuff a boot against a stone or the ground. Sorry, can I come in?
You hear this, heavy sigh.
Shit.
And a well-manicured hand, and Errol pushes the, essentially, tent flap back. Would you like to come inside?
Yeah, if I am not imposing. This can wait until morning.
It makes no difference to me, does it?
Okay. And he will clamber into the baby carriage.
On her lap, as she settles back down, sits a small, scraggly-looking black cat who looks to you, Virgil, with big eyes and kind of moves like she's going to run, and then Errol starts petting her, and she still looks like she's going to run, but kind of settles back in.
Virgil slow blinks at her. First of all, Whisper is a great name. I think it suits her.
I think so too.
May I sit?
Be my guest.
He sort of carves out a little space for himself. He doesn't need much. He's a speck of dust. Okay, letter was a good idea. Maybe I should have written. It's okay. I will arrange my thoughts.
You don't have to say anything.
I want to, though. I want to. And nothing about you is unimportant to me. If there is something you want to tell me, anything, of course I want to hear it. I'm glad always to hear about you. And I am sorry if I have made you feel as if you are unimportant.
You haven't done anything.
I know I can do better.
I wasn't trying to make you feel bad or like you need to apologize or whatever.
I know. All I am saying, what I'm trying to say is that you are important to me, and I want to make sure you know that, and that you feel that.
I do, that is why I wrote it.
Good. And I love you too, by the way. You know that as well, right?
She determinedly stares down at Whisper in her lap, petting her maybe a little bit too hard. You see Whisper's claws kind of come out and grip onto her pajama pants.
Same.
And she just gives this shrug. I know.
When all this is over, as soon as it can be, I will find you again. And neither of us will be left out in the cold.
I don't mind the cold that much, It's not, for me, it's not like it is for you. I think you should probably prioritize, maybe. I don't want you to worry about me, or maybe I do, but you shouldn't.
That is my choice, and I am going to worry about you. I think that is what we do for each other, we worry. And just because you do better in the cold than I do doesn't mean you wouldn't benefit from a hearth.
She looks around the baby carriage. I don't know if we can manage to fit that here.
It won't always be like this.
I don't know. Ophelia is attached to the carriage, so this might be my life now.
Are you attached to Ophelia?
Was it obvious?
I don't think to someone who doesn't know you. But how could I blame you? She is something else.
How could you tell?
I think that you care more deeply than you like anyone to know, and I think it is the way you look at her.
That is not good to hear. I should probably stop looking.
I don't think she minds.
Well, you know how this goes. It is not usually the best in the end for both people. It's fine if it's just a couple nights, but we have very close quarters, and I would say that if there is some sort of messy relationship and breakup, and all we have is about 2 cats' widths of space between us every night, it will not end up well, and I will be tossed from the baby carriage. And
She would not do that to you.
I know.
She has proven that much.
Well, she might toss me from the carriage, but not in the middle of the oceans. It would be at some nice island somewhere.
No, she wouldn't. I think you have to give yourself a bit more credit here. I know you have had... And he sort of clutches the letter a bit tighter. A hard time finding someone. It doesn't have to always be that way.
I think that is just how I do things. It's alright. I will get over it with time. I just,
You don't have to. I don't know, maybe give it a try. You're starting fresh, right? I don't know, don't close the door before you even give it a try.
I feel like maybe it is that I usually have too many doors open, and maybe it is better to close them once in a while. Use my head, think about what I'm doing, how it affects the other person, how it affects me, all that sort of stuff that you are meant to do before you do anything involving someone else. It's all very dull, but that could be the lesson I have learned.
I have found it is helpful to speak to the other person about the matter.
I think she has plenty of other things to worry about right now.
And so do I, and I'm here.
Yes, I know. But we have known each other for a long time, and if she is like you, then I definitely don't want to tell her, because she will be too kind to do anything about it if she does not reciprocate, and I would prefer to avoid that. This isn't exactly what I thought this conversation would be about.
It's not what I intended, but it is where we are.
I wrote you this beautiful, incredible letter, and now we
Yes.
are just talking about Ophelia.
Would you like to talk about something else?
No, but I don't need to talk about anything in the letter.
Okay.
I think it was meant so that I don't have to talk about it, and you can just know, and I can pretend like you never heard any of it. But then you had to follow me in here, so I don't know if I can continue to do that.
I am, as you know, not the best liar, but I can do my best to pretend tomorrow if you want.
It's okay.
You don't still want me to take your gem again, do you?
You do see she's wearing long sleeves. She has these satin pajamas that look a lot like the kind that she used to wear back at home. And you see one hand sort of go to her wrist where the bracelet would sit. I suppose I have some attachment to it.
Okay. He looks, I think, visibly relieved.
Was it unpleasant?
No, that is not it. And you know that.
I don't know that.
Now you do. I just don't want anything to happen to it if it was far from you again.
I don't know what else could possibly happen to it that has not happened before, you know?
You might be surprised. We don't know very much about these things, and I don't know. Strange things have happened to me lately since I've been wearing Rowan's, and I don't want anything to happen to it, to you.
What do you mean?
Well, it's strange. It's almost like parts of Rowan are starting to spill over a bit. I can see in the dark now, and I couldn't before. Other things, I can read Celestial, speak a bit of it, I think. Maybe more. Like I said, it has been strange.
Is that everything?
I don't know. I'm still figuring it out. I can heal a bit now, like he could. And once there were, like the shadow of wings, but I don't know if they were really there or if I was just seeing them. He and I haven't really spoken that much about it. I don't know if he has gotten anything from me or if there is anything like that I can give. I tried once for a while, but I don't know. I think it amounted to nothing.
Well, those all sound like good things. Are you not a bit concerned about all of the bad things as well making their way to you here?
It has crossed my mind. I try not to think about it. I have not noticed anything like that. I think the others would be sure to tell me if they saw something.
Well, if it is like before, then you would not listen.
I think I would listen to you. I don't know what to do about it.
Have you told the others about this?
Yeah, they know something is different.
But do they know about our last mission?
Not everything.
Do they know it was here?
No.
I think you should tell them.
Yeah, you're probably right. We're going that way again.
I know.
You haven't noticed anything different about me that the others can't see, have you?
You mean in a Sterling-esque way?
Yeah.
No.
That is comforting.
But I have not seen you much for a while. I think I'm not the right person to ask. The others know you better than me at this point, so you should tell them. And they can let you know if you seem particularly temperamental.
Yeah, I'll tell them. Before we get much closer.
Good.
Sorry, I didn't mean to bring such shadow into your baby carriage.
It's not my baby carriage. It is Ophelia's.
Yes, right.
I'm just living in it. Also, I don't know why you're apologizing, considering I asked you. It would be nice if you gave me some credit once in a while.
Sorry. Yes, the darkness is yours, if you please.
Thank you very much.
Do you mind company tonight?
I would appreciate it, but I assume that you need to sleep.
At some point.
A good solid 8 hours.
Or close to it.
7.
6.
6 is ill-advised before a mission. As a shepherd, you should know that.
I'm not.
As an ex-shepherd, you should know that.
I have not followed very many rules or regulations in some time, but I suppose at your behest I could get a solid 7.
Good. And you can stay here if you want.
Okay. May I? And he sort of opens his arms, like offering a hug. if I don't disturb Whisper as best I can.
No offense to Whisper, but I don't mind if you disturb her.
Okay. And he will wrap her in a hug. Gentle at first, and then like a proper firm squeeze. I'll miss you.
She rests her head on your shoulder. I'm glad that you came and that you read my letter. I know it was way too long.
No, it was perfect, thank you.
And I'm sorry for worrying you all along the way. And I know I said that, but I'm saying it again. And
I have only done the same to you, so it is fair, yeah?
no. I should have said something to you and I didn't. I had explained this already. I missed you too.
I understand.
You don't think I am being melodramatic about all of this?
Not at all.
You promise?
I do.
She just holds Virgil a little tighter. Don't tell Ophelia anything.
I won't. That is not my place.
I'll stop looking at her and I'll let you know if I get over this and you can stop wondering.
And what if she ends up looking back?
Like I said, that is worse. So don't worry, I will update you so you can stop concerning yourself with this matter. And I know that you rely on me for interesting gossip, but this I'm going to keep nice and neat and boring. So you'll have to... I mean, Henry. You have Henry, so you should be fine.
What is that supposed to mean?
Henry provides plenty of gossip.
Not so much, I think, since he has been disowned. Which I suppose is in itself a bit
Gossip?
Yeah.
That is very much gossip. The hottest kind of gossip. Being disowned by your parents. What is it?
No, nothing. It's fine.
Virgil Flores, what is it?
It's stupid to wish for, given what has happened to Henry, but I wish mine had done me the decency to do it so cleanly.
Maybe when you go back to Dunning, you can give them the chance. They don't deserve you anyway.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, no more darkness, no more brooding. Not tonight.
Yeah, she'll wriggle out of your hug. We have a bunch of blankets over there. Hopefully that is enough.
I think it will do just fine.
It does not make you uncomfortable that I am just sort of here awake?
Never has before.
Right, anyway, and she clambers over to one of the chests, opens it up, and it's practically overflowing with blankets, and she just starts tossing them all your way.
Ah! He's buried.
A couple of them have sigils on them that keep them heated, so they should do well enough.
Ah, I've missed that. Thank you.
Go to sleep.
Yeah, okay. Good night.
Good night.